Shalom, brothers and sisters. It's the Hebrew Life again. I'm Beit Jerusalem, and I'm back with another important lesson. We're going to call this one R.I.P. to the 12 Tribes chart. I repeat, R.I.P. to the 12 Tribes chart. The 12 Tribes chart. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. This is a big stumbling block in Israel. Probably one of the biggest that I know of today in Israel. You literally have a split in the kingdom about this doctrine. 12 tribe chart. Today, I'm going to prove that the 12 tribe chart is flawed, is inaccurate, and it couldn't possibly be from the Most High, and that it's another tradition of man, another man-made tradition. Where should I start with the 12 tribe chart? I'm looking at the 12 tribe chart right now. It says Judah, the so-called Negroes. That's probably the only thing they got right on this chart. Everything else is flawed. You got the chart saying that Issachar is the Mexicans. That's a big right there. Issachar is the Mexicans. Now, all of these 12 tribes are brothers, so that means they're going to have some similar characteristics, meaning they're going to have the same mother and father. Some of them have different mothers, but all of them have the same father. All of them come from Yaakov, Jacob, in the scriptures. Let's go to, where should we go? We're going to go to Genesis 49, because this is where these people get this false doctrine from. We're going to see how they got their doctrine. Let's go to Genesis 49 first. Then I'm going to dethrone it and let you know that it's a false doctrine. Let's go to Issachar, since we're talking about Issachar. Issachar is a strong ass couching between two burdens. And he saw that rest was good, and that the land was pleasant. And he bowed his shoulders to bear and became a servant unto tribute. Stop right there. What I just read, can you get any information on what Issachar is today or where he could be in the future? No, you can't. It says Issachar is a strong ass crouching between two burdens. That's all it says. It doesn't say Issachar is a Latino. It don't say Issachar should be turned pale or Issachar should be mixed with the Gentiles. It don't say nothing like that. Let's find out what color Issachar should be. Because I believe Issachar and Judah and a few of the other brothers, I know for a fact Issachar and Judah got the same mother and father. So the so-called Negroes and Issachar are supposed to look similar on this 12 tribe chart. Why is it that the Negroes from Judah are black, so-called black people in America, so-called Negroes, and Issachar are a total other nation called the Latinos or the Mexicans that were basically made by the Spanish when they came over here? We're going to find this out. We got to find this out because it's not making sense. Now, let's go to when Issachar was born, because we got to find out if Issachar and Jacob have the same mother, then they have to look alike. So we're going to have to prove that they have the same mother, so they should look alike. Issachar shouldn't be a Mexican and Jacob be a Negro, but they got the same mother and father. That doesn't happen nowhere in today. A man to be walking out the house saying this is in my child if that happens. All right. Let's go to Genesis. We're going to go to Genesis 30. Genesis chapter 30, and we're going to start at verse 18. I'm going to read. And Leah said, God have given my hire, because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called his name Issachar. Now, it said, and Leah conceived again and bare Jacob the sixth son. We're going to jump up to see who Issachar's brothers and sisters supposed to be. And Jacob came out the field in the Eden. Matter of fact, we're going to jump up. And Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed, and she called his name Asher. And Reuben went in the days the wheat. So Leah she'd have had Gad, she'd have had Asher, she'd have had Judah, and she'd have had Issachar, Simeon, and a few other children. All of these children should look alike. There's no way that Issachar is a Mexican, Gad is a Native American, an Indian, but Judah is a black man. And these all come out the same mother and father. Come on now. Come on, people. Use your head. Use your head now. This is the first red flag with the 12 tribe chart. I'm going to dive into some more facts. How is it that all of the tribes on the tribe chart are located on the Western Hemisphere? Please explain that to me. Because I could have sworn the Most High said he scattered us to the four corners of the earth. It's one verse that could kill this whole 12 tribe chart. Since we're speaking about location, let's go to Isaiah 11, verse 11. So we 5 minutes in, 6 minutes in. We gotta sink this ship. This ship called the 12 tribe chart. It's time for it to go down like the Titanic. Let's go to Isaiah. You gotta sink the ship. Isaiah 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day, the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. All of Egypt, these places are in Africa and on the other side of the earth. How is it that all of these people that you so-called call brothers of the 12 tribes all were located on the Western Hemisphere? Please explain that to me. When the Most High said in Isaiah 11 and 11 that he should pick up his people from Cush, Egypt, Shinar, Elam, and from the islands of the sea. None of these places are in North, South, or in North and South America, or even in Brazil, where you guys have all of the tribes located. Strike one. Really strike two. Now you're about to strike out, because you're dealing with a true brew. The Apocrypha. Yeah, that Apocrypha. They thought we would never get this. They thought they could tell lies, and they thought brothers is illiterate. They never gonna get a chance to get the Apocrypha. But we got it. Let's go to Esdras. Second Esdras. Because they said we came to America, the 12 tribes. First of all, Paul never came to speak to these 12 tribes. The Most High sent Paul to speak to the other tribes. Why didn't he go to America? He went to Asia. He went to all kind of places, but we have no documents of Paul going to America. Now we finna kill this doctrine of the Israelites going to America. Because the true Israelites went to Osiris, which is modern day Turkey. Yes, the Israelites went to Europe and built Europe up before they ran out. This is what they don't want you to know, because they don't want you to know black people rule Europe. They don't want you to know Israelites rule Europe. Yes. Let's go to second Esdras, man. Second Esdras, Ox, and the cops. Because this lot finna get killed today. This is a big stumbling block, and it must be wiped out. Must be. Must be. Second Esdras. We're going to start at verse 13. Second Esdras, chapter 13. We're going to start at verse 40. Excuse me. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, so they came into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country, where never mankind dwelt, that they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into the Euphrates by a narrow passage of the river. Stop right there. You're about to get killed. Whoever represents the 12 tribe chart, whoever still believes in it, you're not going to be a believer after this. They said through the river. According to your doctrine, y'all traveled the sea around Africa and came into this new land where y'all supposed to do y'all statutes, which y'all never could keep amongst the heathen. Why is it that when you get to the New World, you find Indians who are not keeping the laws of the Most High? These, or who you say are our so-called brothers, Gad, Reuben. Reuben, the Seminole Indian, have you ever looked up the definition of Seminole? Seminole means a mixed group of Indians. How could Reuben, the firstborn of Jacob, be a mixed group of Indians who's not practicing no law, statutes, and commandments? This is the third red flag on Is the 12 Tribe Chart real? Nobody, none of the Indians, the North American Indians, the Seminole Indians, the Haitians are practicing voodoo. Come on, man. The Dominicans, this is foolery. They're not practicing the statutes. The scriptures say they were going there to practice their law, statutes, and commandments. These people were eating abominable meats, walking around half naked. And Indians had blacks as slaves. It's a documentary on YouTube. Type in Don Cheadle and the Native Americans. And you probably gonna watch a documentary about how Don Cheadle, the actor, thought that he was Indian his whole life because his family grew up on the Indian plantation and all. We're real close to the Indians, but they had no Indian blood in their veins. When black people say they have good hair, they say, oh, I got Indian in my family. This is a lie. These men, these elders, they're using black people's ignorance against them. They know the cliches and the man-made sayings and quotes amongst the black community. And they're using it to sleep with strange wives and to bring other nations within the congregation, which is a sin and abomination. The 12 tribe chart is false. Isaiah 11:11 says, the Most High says he was going to pick his people up from everywhere except where they said the 12 tribes are located at on this chart. In 2 Esdras 13, it says they should go through a narrow passage of a river, not the sea. And on top of that, it said they were going to practice their laws, which the Native Americans, Seminole Indians, were not doing. They were not doing this. They were not following any laws of Yaakov, Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov. Nor did then they got these books. The scriptures say, studying many books will leave you weary. How are you believing every book except the Holy Scriptures? The book talking about he met Reuben up the river. Man, these is all man-made lies. Until people wake up, they're going to continue to be fooled by this chart. I was just proving today that there's no way the Most High scattered us all to the four corners of the earth. There's no way all of the Israelites that the Most High loves is located on the Western Hemisphere. And in Isaiah 11:11, he says he's picking us up from all these places. Somebody's lying, and it's not the Most High. It's not his prophets. It's not his scriptures. It's man. It's always been man who makes up lies to fit his doctrine. You find out that Ariah made this chart to make a profit off of Israel. This is a new lie in Israel. First they were saying they were King David and they're the prophets. I'm King Solomon reincarnated. That was the first lie in Israel. Now you got this lie, the 12 tribe chart, another lie trying to get money from Israel. I see all these groups, ISUPK, all these Hebrew groups. Tag your leaders to this video. Let them know, hey, your dress been pulled. You've been discovered. This is the Hebrew Life again. I'm Base Jerusalem. Shalom, brothers and sisters.